It's interesting when you go through something, trials can either make you stronger or make you weaker. And I think with this pandemic, we all like at the very, very beginning, everybody's like, hey, this is great. We don't have all these activities. We get to spend time as a family. This is amazing. And there were a lot of positive things, but we didn't quite understand how long it was going to be. And when you're boiling carrots, I want you to think about this. When you're boiling carrots, what happened? Carrots become softer. But when you're boiling eggs, what happens? Eggs become harder. So if you think about the boiling water as the pandemic, are you a carrot or are you an egg? Are you seeing the good and trying to be positive, or are you mad and angry? And so that's kind of like two different ways that you can take during trials, during the boiling water, during things that are going on that are not comfortable. Is you think, am I a carrot or am I an egg? And I was thinking about unity. It was actually a great talk in church on it. And, how can we be unified? And I loved because I love, when the Savior's on the mountain, he says, the merciful shall receive mercy. And I love that because I need mercy. And so, so then I need to be merciful to others. And so I started doing this, just as a little, let's see if you could do it when I'm driving. And so I know this is silly, but you'd be driving and you see this person being a total jerk or just whatever driving. And instead of getting mad, I would think, you know what? Maybe that person needs to catch a flight, or maybe they're rushing to the hospital. And you think about those things like, why do we have to get angry if someone, does something different than us? Or, just in this culture, I feel like because we can't leave our homes or some people, can't, and because we're not really interacting with others on a regular basis, that it's very easy to judge them because we don't get the full picture, right? And, I don't get the full picture as to why that person's speeding. Does it matter if they're just jerks, right? Like maybe they are. But how much better, how much happier am I if I just give that person mercy, then how much angrier am I? Like, what a jerk. I mean, think about how you react to thinking those two things. Oh, maybe they're missing their flight. Maybe maybe they weren't taught correctly. Maybe they don't know everything, as opposed to what a jerk. Like, see how thinking positive things are a little bit different than thinking negative things. So like if you see, the whole controversy, with mask or whatever, and it's like you can't, if you can't go into a place if you don't have a mask on, and people, well, then I'm just not going to go there. Okay, that is your choice. But if I see someone without a mask in there, it's not my place to say anything to them. Like, again, would I appreciate someone saying something to me? If for some reason, like the other day, I had to run in and pick up a to-go order. You know how you just run in, and now it's so great. Now they have online and they'll just have the order sitting on a shelf. Oh, I love it. It's so nice. And I just ran in to grab the order because I was trying to get my boys to their rehearsal. And so I just quickly ran in there. I grabbed it and left. And I get back in the car and the boys are like, Mom, you weren't wearing your mask. And I was like, oh, like I just totally forgot. I was in such a hurry and my mind was sitting there thinking about how I needed to get them and I needed to do it fast. That I totally, because I didn't take my purse or anything, I just jumped out of the car. I ran in. I didn't even have my phone, nothing. Grabbed it and jumped back in. Well, my mask is in my purse. I didn't have it out because I was in my car from my house. Now, what if someone had stopped me and got mad at me? I mean, and I'd be like, again, I would need to show them mercy. Maybe they've had a family member die from it. Maybe they've seen the effect. Maybe they're a frontline worker, whatever. But what good does that do? They don't understand that I'm trying to balance all these kids in different situations and trying to get certain kids here and certain kids there. And I was just in a hurry and forgot. I don't know their full story, and they don't know mine. And so just realizing that at the very beginning, we were all unified. And think about times when you're all unified as a family or as a community, as a country. Unifying doesn't mean we all think the same. And that's what we need to understand. It's not everybody thinking the same or everybody agreeing. It's everybody realizing our differences are wonderful. And they make it, it makes things work. We all need to be different. We all have different gifts and talents. We all have different abilities. And that's okay. Being kind does not hurt or cost anything. And so let's be kind to one another, show each other mercy, and just, try to have unity in one way or another, and realize that there is good in the world, and just to see it and be a carrot instead of an egg. I don't necessarily like either, but if I had to be one, I'd rather be a carrot. I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful, wonderful week, and think about that this week and show mercy and kindness to others. Thanks.